All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chris's Sports Corner. Um, First of all, hope we got good sound this time, man. I do apologize for the sound issue on the previous game, but that's neither here nor there, man. The Toronto Raptors tonight. First of all, let me be straight up with you. I was able to catch the second half of this game. Wasn't able to catch the first. I've had a crazy situation, man. Many of you guys know that about my mom passing, and so therefore I'm left trying to register a vehicle that was in her name, but they need her signature. Obviously, she not. Anyway, I can go on and on about that, man. But yeah, so I was working on a lot of stuff. Then might have to possibly go to Florida, then go to North Carolina, fly to Florida, then fly from Florida to North Carolina and drive back here. Yeah. So anyway, but y'all didn't come here to rumble. I just want y'all to know why I missed the first half of this game. But I did catch the second half of this game, and one of the things I wanted to say, watching especially that second half when you know coming off the loss to the Miami Heat was somewhat of deflating. It was a very emotional game, quite sure game they really wanted to win. But at the same time, it was also a game that I think kind of lit a fire under them a little bit. Now I know the shooting woes tonight it's like I said, the second half, because that's the part I got to sit down and actually watch the game. That the second half, the shooting woes, with Steady Fred, I think he was one. Let me pull up score. I think he was 1 of 11 or 1 of 2 of 11. Well, he was one of 11 up until that point. But he was 2 of 12 from 3. But now the second 3 that he hit was that big 3 at the end of the game that kind of really gave them some separation. I think we can officially say Siakam has crossed that threshold of being a superstar, right? Like, I think so. I think so. Now, I don't know if you agree with me or you don't, but you're seeing a lot of consistency. You see him become a lot more reliable. And like I always praise him for is and him and Gary Trent Jr. and other guys on the team. I praise because they find a way to affect the game even when their buckets are not falling. Tonight that just wasn't the case for Siakam because the bucket was falling. He was 12 of 23, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 31 of them things. I think he's crossing that line, man. He's crossing that line into superstardom, and you got to pay attention because now it's consistent. Now it's effect. Now he's finding way. Like he's becoming that walking double now. You know, you see the team getting like they've always tried to make him that guy. Where they've always kind of looked at him, not trying to make him, but kind of looked at him as that guy. But now you see the confidence. Now you're like, he got us. He got us. When things get tight, Siakam go get us a bucket. As you seen in that fourth quarter when the Hawks tied the game at 102, you was looking for who gonna make a play, and everything was kind of running through Siakam. So they switched up their defense approach on Siakam, which worked. But then you start to see your boy Scotty B with the putback, right? Then you see him with the left hand shot, right? And of course that's when Steady Freddy made his 3. So. But but because of Siakam play, it forced the whole team to adjust to him, which made things a little bit easier for them. Now, the Atlanta Hawks came in this game riding a 5-game win streak where they averaged over 120 points. Now, they only had 108. Now, I know 108 ain't the perfect looking score, but compared to a team that running up 120 plus every game, you look at this and go, Defense did their thing. And during that stretch, right? Well, because it was a stretch where Toronto couldn't score. They couldn't buy a bucket. I think they went I want to say almost 6 minutes without scoring, something like that. And during that time, you notice the defense hung in there. And shout out to the announcer. I promise the announcer, him and his voice be killing me, yo. It'd be so funny. But he said sometimes as a team, just hang on your defense. Just hang in there. Just rely on the defense. It was another saying I was trying to think of that he said that related to effort, but I can't quite remember how he put it, so I don't want to butcher it up. But shout out to that guy. He's a beast, man. Boucher, 18 off the bench. Knocked down some key shot. And they needed that. You know, the bench didn't play well against Miami. So in this game, you want to see the bench respond. 18 for Boucher, 11 for Precious. That's big. You want those guys getting in there, and you want to get them going come playoff time. So, in case you didn't know, and in case you haven't heard, the Toronto Raptors have officially clinched that playoff spot. So they've exceeded expectations for a minute. Now I said they was definitely going to make the play-in, so I look smart right now. But a lot of people like, man, it's just a rebuild year. They probably won't make the playoff, probably won't make the play-in, but it's okay because they're young. They're gonna find their way. They're gonna build. They're gonna do X, Y, Z. You know, this is a sort of like a developmental year. You know, as they gotta mature. But they're in the playoffs now, and they not done. And it's important for them to finish. Honestly, I gotta be honest. I love the Toronto Raptors schedule down the stretch. You talking about playoff games that games leading up to the playoffs. What I'm trying to say. So I'm trying to look at that schedule real quick. I know they got Philly next. So let me see. I know they got Philly next. They got Philly. And then Houston and New York. But that Miami, Atlanta, and Philly stretch leading into the playoffs is great because of the fact that you get meaningful game against great opponents and you get to understand the level of basketball. Because if you want to tell me that Miami Heat game wasn't a playoff type of game, then I tell you must not know basketball. It had that playoff energy to it, right? So you want that early. This game here, a team coming in on a 5-game winning streak. You're coming off a loss to the Miami Heat. How are you going to respond? You respond with a dub. You want that. Now you get into Philly, one of the top teams in the East. Some people got them as the favorites come out the East. Don't know who those people are, but there's some people. They got them as the favorite to come out the East. So you want to measure up to these guys. Say, where do we stand? Then of course you got Houston and New York, and that's where you kind of, all right, let's tune up for the playoffs. Let's tune up. So these are all games where you're looking and going, all right, now they had their stretch. Now they fine tuning, little adjustment here, little adjustment there, figuring out how they want to play this thing, and at the end of the day, it's playoffs time, guys. The Raptors are wrapping this thing up, getting ready to head on to the playoffs. That's right. Toronto is in the playoffs. I'm telling you, guys, do not sleep on this team. Now, of course, the seeding right now, everybody got their eyes on it right now. So seeing how all this works, but yeah, them boys in the playoff. Don't be surprised. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, man, you guys be great.